everyone, welcome to New Bear. Recently I've seen some posts where people are asking how to finish off work at the end of a round. So today I'm going to show you a couple of ways I like to do it. Now, normally I'd have magic loops in my first and last chains ready to hide my tails, but I've literally thrown this count together so I had something for the video. It's actually not too bad. It's kind of cute. I don't know, I might play with it and see what happens later on, but for now we are using it to show how to finish off the round. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the position of our threads. Some people are unsure which thread needs to run through the base of the ring. Looking at our work, we want this intersection to be exactly like the others. We know there's a core thread under all of our stitches. Concentrating on our chains, our pink working thread forms the stitches around our blue core. It's the core thread that comes into and out of the base of the ring. We come in with the core, the working thread, my pink stitches are left behind. We work the ring, then come out with the core where we pick up the pink working thread and continue with our stitches. We need the same thing to happen here. On this side, we know our blue core is underneath our pink stitches as it comes out of the ring. So on this side, we want our blue core coming into the ring with our pink working thread on top. So it's the core thread that goes into the base. We can tie off our work by using a lock join or a square knot. Personally, I prefer to use a square knot, but I know tatters who prefer the lock join. It is your tatting, so use the one that you like. Regardless of which method you use, the core thread needs to come through. Actually, I'm going to use a different colour. Core thread needs to come through here. To finish our work with a lock join, take your crochet hook down through the base of your ring and pull up a loop. Now, normally I would have my shuttles still attached to the end of my threads, just simply because it makes it easier. You've got a bit more control over what you're doing, but I got a little bit ahead of myself. All right, so we're pulling that loop up and then passing, if you've still got your shuttle attached, passing your shuttle through or flicking that tail through that loop. Now, you might pull this loop up, you might pull this loop down. That can depend on whether you're working front side, back side or not. Maybe you just prefer the look of the loop on one side better than the other side. Either way, one side will have a loop and one side will have a small thread. Once you're happy with where everything is sitting, remember this is going to be a knot, so make sure you're happy with everything first before you pull it up. Now, I'm not pulling mine too tightly because I want it easy to undo so I can show you the square knot. But you will have a loop on this side and a single thread coming across your chains on this side. So if you're working in one colour, this doesn't matter so much, but if you have two colours, you can see we have a bit of a blip. As I said, I haven't pulled this very tightly because I want to undo it so I can show you the square knot. Pulling it more firmly will reduce the colour blip, but it won't completely disappear. To finish off with a square knot, we are cutting both our shuttles off, coming up from underneath, pull that core thread through to the back, and you can see that thread gets pulled all the way through. You can see that's going to butt our chains in together just like the other ones. Turning our work over, we're tying right over left, just like you're tying the first half of a shoelace. Pull that in nice and tightly. And then we're tying left over right. Again, just like the first half of your shoelace. Pull that nice and tight. On the front. And on the back. Once we got rid of our tails, all you would see is this very tiny little blip of blue. So then I would go ahead and sew my tails in, which you know is a lie because I hate sewing tails in. I would have my magic loops and get rid of my tails that way. And we're done. I hope that helps. See you next time.